Well, with that, let me introduce Jason Reynolds. I'm sure he's thrilled he's here now. Jason is with Tri-City Rentals. They are the largest and most experienced in the apartment community industry. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Steve. Thanks for having us.
What did you think of that little story?
It scared me a little bit, but nothing I'm not.
I am to please.
Yeah. First appearance on Property Source Radio. We're glad you're here, and you have brought Sarah Halpin with you. She is with one of the properties that you guys represent. And hi, Sarah. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
You don't put yourself out there where you're going to get murdered.
I'm also short. The mic's kind of high.
Oh, okay. Well, we can adjust that. You want to stand on a box, or you want to?
Maybe.
Yeah. Your company, Tri-City Rentals. Tri-City kind of speaks for itself. You're in the upstate area and all of the three big communities. Syracuse.
Actually, we're in Schenectady, Albany, and Troy, New York. Those are the original Tri-Cities.
Yep.
That's where the started over 30 years ago. Mm-hmm. We have since then acquired properties in Buffalo and Rochester. We've got 10 properties here in Rochester, all around the city. One in the city of Rochester, some in Brighton, Brockport, Spencerport, Penfield, and Greece.
And what do you do for them?
I am in charge of marketing and leasing at Rustic Village Apartments.
Oh, Rustic Village. That's one of yours.
Yes,
cool.
That's our flagship property in Rochester.
Always the top property in the newspaper when they do the reviews every year. That's great. How many units are at Rustic Village? I think everybody has either thought of living there at some point or may have lived there at some point.
Or knows someone.
Know someone. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got 1,360 units at Rustic Village.
Wow. 1,360.
Big place.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what is the occupancy percentage usually there?
It fluctuates throughout the year.
So, but usually it's pretty good.
Pretty good, yes.
Got a thing right across from MCC, of course.
Yes. We do house some graduate students. We have a lot of different types of people. It's a very varied community.
What are your amenities? Like when I go rent your apartment, what do I get?
Well, we've got a lot of amenities there. It's we've got a nice big Olympic-sized pool, complete with wireless internet access all around the deck. There's a clubhouse that includes an entertaining center where you can throw parties. You can also relax in our library. A nice fish tank in there.
The library.
Reading materials.
There's a library at Rustic Village, huh?
Who knew?
Yeah.
I know.
That's cool.
But I got to think that this whole internet availability is something that everybody has to offer now. You got to stay ahead of everybody else at this point. It's got to be something you have one big router around the whole place.
We do. We've got more than one.
Yeah.
So we've got pretty good connectivity all throughout the clubhouse and the pool area.
Let's talk a little bit with Sarah here. What is the property that you're with?
I'm with Imperial South. It's right in Brighton. It's a quiet little community. And we're doing great. I enjoy working there, and I meet new people every day, so no complaints here.
And what is your interaction with Jason? Do you end up talking with him a lot?
Yeah. We put our heads together for a lot of new ideas for Tri-City, so he's been very helpful. And
when you say new ideas, let's hear, you got to be, as we said, you got to be thinking out of the box all the time.
Well, Rustic Village actually has a dog park that's going to be opening this summer. So we're planning a opening event, grand opening for that.
Dog park, Pat.
I know. Who's going to clean that up?
I love that idea.
It's a great idea, but the first thing I thought of was who's cleaning it up?
We've got a great grounds crew.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I quit.
No, that's a great idea. So many places don't even allow you to have pets, but you seem to be welcoming them.
Yeah, Tri-City is very pet friendly. We've got established pet friendly buildings at most of our properties. At Rustic Village, for example, we've got established large dog buildings, some that allow just cats, and we do accept large dogs.
And that's key because a lot of people have dogs, and it's hard for them to find apartments where dogs are
it's very
acceptable.
difficult.
A lot more places, at least in my opinion, don't offer that kind of. The cats fine because they're very low maintenance, but dogs, and big dogs.
That's pretty cool,
That's
really.
key.
And it's not just Rustic either. There's quite a few Tri-City properties that do have them. And there's, like Jason said, no weight limit at all. So there's a couple of breed restrictions, but that's it.
Well,
so
what do you do?
Tri-City's your best friend when it comes to dogs.
Well, what do you do just to compare? Because I know, historically, like Alex just said, no landlord wants pets. Do you have a premium on the rental, or an extra fee if you have a pet? Or
it depends. There's usually a pet rent associated with a dog or a cat, and there is a pet deposit in the beginning as well. But we're always willing to work with you on that. And I think paying a little bit extra to have your best friend with you in your apartment is nice.
Absolutely. And I think people would pay that, anyway, just to be able to have their dog in their apartment. I would.
Well, I have to pay people to go to the bar with me, so I know how it is.
Premium. Which of your 3 areas, and you said you're all over upstate, which is the hotter rental area? Is there one that stands out more than the others?
Well, we do pretty well in all the areas. Albany, of course, has a very bustling economy, and we're very well known in that area. There's, I believe, 23 properties in the Albany region. And since they've been around the longest there, we're very well known in that area. In Rochester, we originally acquired Rustic Village back in the 70s, and since then have acquired more properties in the area. So we're still spreading our brand name in the area, making people aware of the fine service and management that we provide.
The advantages in your mind, the advantages of renting over buying.
Well, in this economy, I think people like to stay mobile. They like to have a fixed set amount that they have to pay per month without, having any unexpected costs. So when you're paying your rent, we're going to take care of everything for you. You're going to have more time to have fun, enjoy your life, not deal with home maintenance, and we take care of everything for you. And our maintenance service is top notch. We've got the 24-hour service. If anything goes wrong, we're there to fix it promptly.
I think everybody remembers their first apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember mine. It had a terrible smell in the pantry.
Yeah.
I couldn't get rid of it. Every day I would come home and take everything out and bleach it. It smelled like something had died in there. At first I thought it was something rotten that I left in there. Took everything out, cleaned the whole thing, bleached it. Couldn't get rid of
Definitely
the
not a Tri-City rental.
It was not. It wasn't even in this state.
No. And what about you, Pat?
The first place I actually resided in outside of the military was a condo I bought on my own, so I didn't really have a rental.
But when you walk in there, you say, wow, this is my place. You're out of your parents' house, the whole thing. It's just, you can't beat that feeling of, as you said, independence. It's the best.
Sure. I remember my first place. It was in a carriage house on the upper floor, and there were arched ceilings. So, and the bathroom was right at the ceiling. So
you're like,
the shower, when you're taking a shower, you're bent forward.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Sarah, how about you?
Well, I'm a little bit younger, so my first place was actually with Tri-City.
Oh, okay.
So when I have friends over, I'd be like, "Yes, this will be yours as well."
Well, some people have a company car. She's a company home.
Nice.
A good company to work for. Phone number if anyone wants more information. I know it's a very general number, but and you can break it down when people call you.
Sure. Anyone that's interested can contact me. My name's Jason Reynolds. You can contact me at 424-4380, and that's our Rustic Village office. It's our district office for the area.
424-4380, and we will put a link to your website. Oh, let's get yours too.
Yeah, TriCityRentals.com is also a great place. It's got every phone number with pictures and floor plans for all of our properties throughout Rochester, Albany, and Buffalo.
Perfect. And we will put that link on our website at PropertySourceRadio.com so people can take a peek at what Tri-City Rentals has to offer. Own and managing premier apartment complexes throughout New York State for over 40 years. That's a great track record. Speaks for itself.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you. Us.
Yeah, you okay?
We're good.
You want to do more? Well, I'll be back sometime. Because Jason Reynolds said, I don't know if we're going to be able to fill a whole segment here. We got it done.
Yeah. We did pretty well.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back with more Property Source Radio here till 10 at Sports Radio 950 ESPN.